Did you send? Where did you send it?
I just shared the slideshow with your email, like the last one.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I was taken, aback by Home Depot's decision to go 75 because, all of them been quite spontaneous, especially Lowe's. They went 75 real early.
Yeah, all of it. That's nice.
That's how it normally was for both of them. They went about 75 both at the same times. So. Hmm. I forgot. Is this one already released? The Archway Ghost Trio.
I believe so.
Yeah, 'cause I was wondering if that was released or not because I saw it on Ace Hardware. And they wanted like 100 and some bucks for it, and I'm like, really? They're like marking it up like almost 50%, if not more.
Hello, Carson's Inflatables. Can you hear us? Sorry for the delay. We had to get the PowerPoint up. A little technical difficulties.
Oh yes, welcome everybody.
Hello, Parks Inflatables. Can one of you just see if you can hear us well? The audio's working well. Just a little thumbs up or a yes. All right, thank you, Parks. That's wonderful. Technology can be a little tricky, but we got it worked out. All right, looks like we're good. Carson can hear us, and so can Aaron. Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for deciding to spend a little bit of your evening here on Friday. I know Friday's a little busy for some people, but we're just going to go over some leaks that some of you might not have seen. It'll be quite exciting.
Yeah, so some of them I know that were kind of like the two segments. I just kind of cut each slide into one of the sections with some of the inflatables so we can just go one by one. Someone that Airblown Man was supposed to be on, but he'll probably join later because he's out busy unexpectedly, but 4 of us will be here. So we will start here in a second, just waiting for any other people to join in.
Well, while we wait, I just want to remind everyone that we are keeping all eyes on the chat. So if you have any questions, any comments, whatnot, feel free to type it in there and we will respond. We will read it. All we ask is just to keep it family friendly. That's it.
Absolutely. If you have any questions about anything, about this stream, about any videos maybe any of us will be making, or about and maybe even just our collection, just ask.
Aaron's asking about a Star Wars globe. I could definitely see them making a Star Wars globe, pertaining on what Disney is to do with the franchise. So if Disney's going to make a new movie, then I feel like Gemmy will really push out that franchise licensing that they have, and they will produce more of the Star Wars inflatables, just as we've seen with Squid Games and with the Stranger Things. We see a lot of those inflatables come out when the series and the movies or the franchise is very popular at that point. So if Disney is to put out another trilogy or another good movie, then I definitely could see Gemmy putting out a Star Wars snow globe. That sounds really cool. They could do a lot of good things with that. They could do like a Death Star. A lot of cool ideas there.
Oh yeah, that
actually a good idea.
Got the star and a globe and it's snowing. That would just be the perfect.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It says Star Wars as the base, and then it has like that star effect. Where they printed on.
I got the Grinch globe for Christmas. I'm so happy. That's awesome. I know that one was a pretty hot seller. Didn't even make it to a sale.
Well, see, I wonder which one. Well, it seems like that was the one globe that actually didn't make it to a sale.
Do you think the Gemmy base fan shivering frosty with signs is a good inflatable? I got it today on eBay. Wait, which one in particular?
Base fan shivering frosty.
Hey, he said base fan and shivering. That's a win in my book.
Yeah. Anything that's shivering with a base fan anymore is pretty awesome.
When did they stop doing the base fan shivering?
2016, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember going into 2016 and I could have gone the base fan. I always wanted to get the base fan. Shivering snowman they had.
Yeah.
That was like one of the first inflatables I really, I'd go to the store and you just find them and see, I want that. Nope, never got it. Nope, never got it.
All right, well, I guess we can go ahead and start here if everyone's ready. So yeah, let's start. You guys all ready?
Yep.
All right. So this is the first slide. This one I just put because these were two inflatables that are by Gemmy, and they're obviously available to purchase if you have an at home. So I think they're both pretty good inflatables. It's this new style bunny rabbit at home seems to be using on a lot of their decorations for Easter. I know they have like I think 3 or 4 foot bunny with the same style rabbit with a banner, but I don't think that one's Gemmy because it doesn't have the Airblown inflatable box. But I think they're pretty. I think it's a cute design, and I think it's kind of cool. We got a 20-foot bunny, and I can definitely see a 20-foot Easter chick or egg stack next year or in the following years. But I think they're both okay. Do you guys have any thoughts on these?
Yeah, same here.
I'm actually kind of surprised they made a 20-foot rabbit, to be honest.
I know.
And
I
it's with
wasn't
the same
expecting that.
face and bow, other than the pattern, as the little 5-foot one.
Mm-hmm.
I have a review of the bunny popping out of egg. Yes, actually, the picture I put on the slideshow I took from the video because I couldn't find any other screenshots. So, thank you for that. But I actually like it more than last year's. I think it's pretty good.
I don't even know what they even had for last year.
They just had the one coming out of the egg, I think. I don't think they had any other ones. It was like a pink egg.
Mhm.
I like the 20-foot rabbit.
And then they have the normal white rabbit that we see all the
They
time.
did.
Yeah, I always feel like Easter's been a missed opportunity for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they used to do a lot, and then they kind of came back with those archways at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
They came out with 2 archways back to back,
Right.
and then the first year with the first archway was the 12.5-foot bunny with the sign.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems like they did a lot in the early 2000s, and then they just cooled off even into the later 2000s and 2010s. There was really not a huge selection. I would say this is probably even just a step up from just general. You maybe because you get like the 3.5 footers or the knockoffs always filling up the space. So it's nice to see something new.
Yeah, I do really like the 20-foot bunny. I don't see anything wrong with it. I know a lot of people thought it was kind of stupid, but I like it. Was it something I would probably get? Most likely not, just due to the fact that I don't have an at-home near me, and I also don't have any other Easter inflatables to go with it yet. If I get more in the future, maybe I'd consider it if they bring it back, because I'm sure this will be something that will come back in the next few years due to, just probably general popularity. I mean, the 20-foot snowman, that the newest version's been already being remade for what, the third year? Was this year the third year? Or no, second, I think.
Second.
Yeah, second.
Pretty cool. They came out with the 20-foot version. I want the 20-foot one. Gemmy barely makes any St. Patrick's inflatables anymore. Yeah, they don't really do much with that holiday, which kind of.
They need to make a St. Patrick inflatable.
I'm so
I
really
think they did.
surprised that they didn't do a popping, like an animated leprechaun popping out of a gold pot.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
They should make a 20-foot hard. Wait. I like the
Heart.
bunny design.
I think he meant to say heart stack.
Oh, yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool. They did. I know. What I think it was maybe a holiday company is the one that did the 7-foot one
Well, last year we got the
this
heart
year.
archway.
I like. Yeah, the archway was pretty good.
I just don't have a use for archways.
Someone said I like the bunny design. I just prefer the pink 2003/2004 bunny design they used to have. That was my favorite. That was yeah, I love that design. You can actually get pretty similar. The Gemmy did the pink bunny with the eggs in the Easter basket, but you can actually still get a very, very similar one that Air Characters did on Yard Inflatables. It's almost like a 1-to-1 copy of it. So, and best part is
And it
that one
has
has a pull-out fan and
C7s,
C7s.
which is nice. How much is it? Do you know?
89, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, not too bad. I guess you're getting the pull-out fan and the C7, so that'd probably
Yeah.
not be too bad.
So it's also 8 foot. I'm sure it doesn't seem like that because the ears stick up to make it 8 foot. It's probably like 6.5 foot without the ears. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's it for the Easter inflatables. Let's go on to the actual 2025 stuff. So first we have the first batch of inflatables for 2025, which are Halloween. Now I'm not sure if all of these are confirmed. I think this is just a catalog that maybe Gemmy sent for Morris costumes and they just pick out what they want. So I don't know if any of these are, some of them I know are confirmed, but for the most part, some of these may get made, some of them may not get picked out. And a lot of these, I think if they do get picked out, they'll look a lot better when they finalize them in production. But I don't think too many of these stand out to me. I think the Jack and Sally on horse is kind of cool. But besides that, I really don't think many of these are that great.
The archway is kind of interesting, though. The one with the eyes.
Oh, yeah, that
But
one
I
is
think
the only other one. That one said,
I think it's a little too much, though.
It says tilting eyeball, so it must have animation.
Yeah, I wonder if the eyes move or something. I'm not sure.
You guys have any thoughts on any of these here?
No, everything looks pretty typical, and I could definitely see all these at stores, except for the Groundbreaker Reaper Colossal.
Yeah.
Looks a little unnerving. I don't know if I would see a store picking that one
That's
up.
a really photorealistic face.
I know.
Especially since they haven't been doing a lot of horrific stuff. This is actually kind of interesting to see.
Yeah, I can't tell how tall that is. I would
It is.
say 15-ish.
I guarantee it'd retail for like if 200, 250, if not.
Yeah.
Just because they want that markup.
Someone asked, wasn't the Jack on Pumpkin a design already released with micro? Yes, they did do a micro light version, and I think the version with the printed face is also done. A lot of these are just remakes that they're bringing back every year.
See, I wonder if a lot of these that already have like the background taken out of them are confirmed.
That's what I think.
Because that flat Mickey Ghost Giant Mouse, I guarantee you who's going to pick that up?
Lowe's.
Lowe's.
Totally Lowe's. Totally Lowe's.
That's such a Lowe's.
That is Lowe's. That screams Lowe's.
The thing that kind of stinks, though, is that if that takes away from a Halloween Snoopy design, which I would be kind of sad about, because I really don't care for that, to be honest.
You get the pumpkin, now you get the Mickey Mouse.
It looks so weird and off-putting to me.
Geez, 86 is probably going to be $150, if not more.
I know. Yeah, I really don't care for that, but I do think the ones with the white backgrounds are probably confirmed because, like everyone's saying, yeah, it just screams Lowe's. They get those. I think they've been getting the flat ones since 2020 with that Jack head.
Yeah, I don't like the flat ones. Like they got the flathead snowman this year, the 10-foot one.
I know that thing was pretty weird. Okay, buy Parks Inflatables and reviews, and then are you going to go over the Lowe's animatronics? We don't have that in a slideshow. This is only the inflatable stuff. I didn't even know there were leaks for that already. But yeah, honestly, these are kind of generic. I think the jack train, I think that's micro lights on there.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, I don't know what's giving it such a high price. It looks like a cheap fan to me. It'd be like a
Yeah.
large cheap fan.
That's really disappointing if it is.
I just don't see
Yeah.
that being a base fan.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a base fan at all. It looks tiny.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
And then especially for $109, just you know how much that's gonna retail for.
yeah, just look at the Snoopy car this year for 150.
Cheap fans for $200. Anyone?
Oh yeah. Do you think at Home Depot they will make a shivering Christmas inflatable again? I feel like it's a tradition. Yeah, I think they'll get one every year. But I just
just hope
see
they
them
don't
being a base
copy
fan.
the same designs
Yeah,
like they've been doing.
because I know we get them. We've been getting them every year for a long, long time. But the past almost 10 years now, they've been cheap fans, which sucks. But hopefully, it's a good one like the milkshake one this year. I hope we get another interesting one. Here's the next slide, though. I don't really like any of them on here except the ghost face, which I think would be better if it got picked out. I don't think that's a finalized production model. I think the face would look a lot better. It doesn't look bad, but I think it'd look more realistic if it got picked out. I don't
I
know.
just wonder how tall it is. You'd hope it's 8
it doesn't
feet.
look very tall at all because the
It looks
numbers
like
on
6
the wall.
foot.
I would say it's probably about 6 foot, maybe a little shorter though. I don't know. It's weird because you'd think it's gonna be tall, but I don't know. They're definitely getting chintzy with the or the C7s. I mean, only 3 lights is pretty sad.
I think one that has potential is the head lifting pumpkin jack. I just wish they would execute that a little differently.
Yeah, that's a thing we have not seen in a long
Because
time.
it looks like it has animation in its
does.
both arms and it like lifts the head up and down.
Well, I think it's going to be like the teeter-totters where it'll have one animation motor and the other one's a free turning one. And so it's actually just one animation. But I think that's a cool concept because I don't actually remember off the top of my head Gemmy doing it. I know Krisha Creations did that a long, long time ago, but I don't know if Gemmy ever did it themselves. And again, I think it's something that if it got into production, it'd probably look better and not as bland, but I don't know. I don't like the pumpkin face, but the actual idea is kind of cool.
Yeah, Gemmy normally copies their animatronic designs, and one of the most popular animatronics from Gemmy was it the Headless Harry? Was that his name?
Yeah,
where he did the same thing with the pumpkin, that animation.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have a story for that, but I'll keep that for another day.
Really?
I have a story for that, yeah.
And
I'm looking at the Jolly, pumpkin stack right here, Colossal. I think that's going to be just like the BJ's one that we had this Halloween.
Oh yeah.
That was our last Halloween, 2024. 15-foot, probably cheap fan, clip-on LEDs. I bet you.
Oh yeah, it just screams.
Oh yeah, the
fan.
pumpkin, yeah.
A lot of these are remakes.
Yeah, for sure. I don't like the ghost.
Well,
I know that one's not new, but
the Archway Ghost Trio that's already on Ace Hardware, and I think they're selling it for like $120 or something. Ace Hardware is very expensive.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the turkey with the pumpkin, that's not new. Archway's not new. Lilo and Stitch isn't new.
Nope.
Ghost isn't new. T-Rex, There's only 3 new ones on this slide. The stack, the pumpkin guy, and the ghost face. But I think the ghost face has potential to be really cool. I do like that. Halloween just isn't impressive anymore for inflatables. Okay, we're getting a little more interesting here. The mouth-moving inflatables are very interesting to me because I was looking closer at them one night and I saw that they actually have sensors on them. So I don't know what the heck they could be. If they're like, if they sing stuff in their sound box, I wonder if they're like an animatronic and an inflatable because there's sensors on them. So there has to be sound, unless maybe it's even a weirder thing where there's a Bluetooth option. You can make them say whatever you want.
Wave? Oh my gosh, they're actually really going on with this Rainbow Wave stuff.
Yeah, that's another thing that's interesting. A bunch of
look at that Rainbow Wave Ghost with sign. They have the normal one, but if they add that, geez, that Rainbow Wave, I guarantee you, has very good potential.
Oh yeah, They're going crazy with it. When Gemmy has an idea they go like ballistic with it. I mean, look at micro lights. When that was first a thing, almost everything had micro lights. Pretty sure it was same
Those
with
are terrible.
micro lights. Yeah, they don't really serve a purpose.
Yeah, well, no, they just die
They
way
do
too
die.
fast.
That's what I saw. A
I
combination
wonder
of
if
those
that's
haunted
why
houses was like half of the LEDs would just die.
well, see, I wonder if that's why they got rid of the light sinks because the LEDs burning out on them so fast.
Could be.
I don't know, but then they brought it back with the Ferris wheel, so I don't know. I've never trusted Jimmy's LEDs for squat.
So
The
what's
only
that?
complaint I could see with this rainbow wave technology is your neighbors are gonna love you because there's one thing with these LEDs that are, gimmicky and shining through different colors, it reflects on your house and your lawn quite easily.
Oh yeah.
It look like a disco party in your yard.
Mm-hmm. That'd be really funny.
I mean, I do like the one rainbow wave ghost. The other one, I don't like the face on the one, but the one that's not really lit up. I don't care for the face, but I
Mm-hmm.
like the other one. That
Well, we
one's kind
got
of
some
cool.
more Rainbow Wave stuff coming up.
Yeah, the creepy ghoul is also kind of cool. We haven't seen something that creepy in a long time for Gemmy. That's such a Walmart inflatable though.
Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
The
sensors that you were
top one.
talking about, that reminds me, I got one with a sensor, and I used to have two, but the one I have now is the Dora one. It's a birthday cake, I believe, in Dora's with boots, and you walk by it, and it just has a line from the show what Dora would
Really?
speak or whatnot, and it works really well. And I don't know why Jimmy, discontinued that sensor
Mhm.
use, but I think it's because it was only indoor. Like you couldn't take it outside
Wow.
because of the
I didn't
sensor
know
didn't
there
have
was ever a
waterproofing.
Dora with a sensor.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I don't know where I got it. I
Is it
can't
the one with
remember.
the
I think it was a
present?
thrift store.
Hello, Gemmy
No,
Man
no, that's a different
2011.
one. Which one has the sensor now?
He was talking about but the ones on the slide.
Yeah, which ones
The
have this?
dinosaur and the shark, they're called mouth moving. So I guess I honestly have no idea what they could be. My guess is maybe they have sound boxes or something. I don't know. The mouths almost look like obviously the mouths move. They're called mouth moving, but I have no idea what they could be.
Well, maybe they just have a constant mouth moving?
Well, they have a sensor, so maybe they make sounds. Like maybe the
Huh.
shark makes a shark sound or something, and the T-Rex makes a roaring sound. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I really want to see though what they do because I'm super
Mhm.
curious. Then of course we got the sign is pretty good. Jack's same. Stitch and the turkey are same. I think the turkey with the jack-o'-lanterns is a new one. I think they just slapped on jack-o'-lanterns though. I don't really care for it personally.
Yeah.
If they were plain pumpkins, it'd look a lot better. But you guys have any other thoughts on anything on here? Any thoughts what the mouth moving ones are?
No, I'm really interested. Maybe they're addressing a concern with the nom noms because I went to two. I was telling you this before we started. I went to 4 Home Depots yesterday, and two of them had store display nom noms of the mouse that weren't working. I mean, you could hear the motor, the
Yeah.
inflatable was on, but its mouth wouldn't move. So I don't know if that constant movement it could be a problem in some ways. So if there's a sensor to get the mouth moving, so it's not 24/7, that could potentially have its longevity
Yeah.
increased.
I've heard a
Yeah.
lot of people having the issues with the nom nom.
Yep, someone we know got
mouse.
the store display and thing just didn't work, so they just cut the wire on it. So it was static. I think that sucks too. I
Yeah,
don't know if
kind
those
of
are
funny.
fixable.
You'd have to replace the whole entire mouth mechanism, I believe, and that's a
Yeah.
pain in the butt to do.
Yeah. But
You'd have to steal one from like another inflatable at this point because there's no way to buy them.
yeah. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide. Still Halloween. This is a little more underwhelming because it's cheap fan stuff, but there's still a few things I think that are notable. So
E.T.
Aaron's
Yeah.
gonna be getting the nom nom mouse.
ET
Well, that's
actually
a
would be
good
kind of
one.
cool.
I hope you got it on clearance or at least for a little bit of a discount. But yeah, you'll greatly enjoy it. It's very bright. It has those new LED C7s.
Michael says the dinosaur is interesting, guessing it's 6 foot, and yes, I've seen the Home Depot displays with the mouse eating cookie not working in store twice so far this year. Yeah, they're not meant. They don't last very long. I feel like when they run
Mine actually
24/7, they
did.
just die or they break.
Ours actually still had ours open, but I don't think we had ours out as long. But even then when I got there, it was still working. But it's always the freaking teeth.
Yeah.
It's always the
Oh,
teeth
25
that are
bucks
always
is an
funky on them.
amazing
They're always
best
like
deal
going
out there.
towards the person. Give a mouse a cookie, they say.
Aaron likes Darth Vader. I really, really wish they still did the old Darth Vader face. I don't like this new one. It looks more like Darth Helmet, if you know what that is.
Lord Helmet.
Yeah, it looks exactly like it. I don't know why they enlarged it. It just looks stupid.
Why is his forehead so huge?
Yeah, that's what I don't understand. That's why it looks like Darth Helmet. If you search up what that is, it looks exact. You can't unsee it.
It's because it's stylized, that's why.
I just miss the old Darth Vader. Most of
Find
these
a
are
Mm.
pretty
picture.
bad. Michael Myers looks even worse than he did before, in my opinion.
The ET's kind of freaky too. It looks like and trying to impersonate Red Riding Hood in a way or whatnot.
Yeah, E.T. is interesting. I was not ever expecting that.
Oh yeah, this is Lord Helmet.
It totally is. It totally is.
I like how they put another LED in the Leatherface though on his
Oh, and the
chainsaw?
mechanism. Looks like.
They're finally learning.
Yeah, it's kind of cool they actually did give him a chainsaw, not some stupid pumpkin.
Or a banner.
Yeah, exactly. Look, every other one here, even
Like
Harry
Michael
Potter.
Myers.
Harry Potter, they gave him the wand, but then they still put the stupid pumpkin on his foot. Even E.T.
Just to make him
E.T.
more.
can't escape.
If I had to buy one of these, it would be the Sandworm. I think that's
Yeah,
the
I'd
only one.
probably pick Sandworm too. I'm kind of surprised though that they have an ET available for a store to pick out before like a Freddy Krueger. I'm surprised they haven't done that, or a Jason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think any of these are all that
Really
great.
weird toys.
Yeah. Because usually when Gemmy does licenses like that, it's because there's like a movie or an anniversary coming out. But I don't think anything for ET is, unless there's an anniversary. But I don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know.
All right, we'll move on to the next slide, which is also pretty boring. It's just a bunch of cheap fans. But hopefully,
When did
Lowe's,
the ET video game come out?
hopefully Lowe's has some
On
good
the
Halloween
Atari.
ones this year. Yeah, I hope they get good Halloween. Last year or 2024, there was like 2 inflatables I liked from them. They were both base fan ones, but I mean, they just don't get very many anymore either. But yeah, I don't think many of these are that interesting. Hell, they're even getting a nun from like the movie, which is kind of crazy.
Snoopy one's kind of weird.
The Nun's gonna be a car buddy, right?
I don't think so. It looks like it, but I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is, because look at all the other prices up for the other ones, and they're all the same price.
think
I
it's
don't
just
think
It's
it's
how
weird
car
that they
Lowe's.
buddy.
didn't want to do like a body or something. It's torso.
They ran out of
Mm.
height, so they couldn't have the legs, I guess.
I mean, the Snoopy on the Flying Ace Doghouse is the only one here I kind of like. Everything else is.
And that's
eh.
been produced. That was produced, I think, this year.
Fun fact: I used this flying Snoopy doghouse for 2 seasons. So I use the jack-o'-lantern side with the face for Halloween, and then I flip it over for Thanksgiving because they didn't print the
Oh,
jack-o'-lantern face on the other
That's
side.
actually really smart.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Smart plays, smart plays.
Oh yeah, Zero. I remember Home Depot this past year. I think the Zero they had like a blinking light in the head. It was like a white LED or something. No, it wasn't white. It was like yellowish. I'm pretty sure. It was pretty weird.
With Sally, I don't understand why they put text on the pumpkin because I see these in my neighborhood and I can't read them.
I
It's
know.
so small.
I mean, I give them E for effort and putting something besides a face, but I don't really know. Maybe just leave it off. I think that's the best option.
learn from your mistakes. Unless it's a 20-foot inflatable and you can have a 5-foot sign,
Exactly.
put the text on the sign, not on the face.
I know.
Do you know how that colossal Grinch inflatable went? At home because it had the big sign
Oh,
that
the
was stitched
list.
onto it. I don't know, were there problems with that? Obviously, in the wind with that huge banner.
That's what I saw. I
Well,
saw
they
these
didn't stitch it
videos and
down
they're blown
completely.
around and you
They
can't
didn't.
really.
It's not big enough. If you want to have text so you can see, you have to have literally the text so big.
If it's Santa's list, it should be almost to the ground. I mean, that almost looked better.
You would it. It really wasn't. I think it was like, oh yeah, we got 2 Who's on the good list this year. all the backstabbing uh, Who's are on the naughty list this year.
Pro Clips asks, "How does the nom nom mechanism work?" I don't know.
I have no
Honestly,
idea.
I just got my nom nom yesterday. It's still brand new in the box, so I'll have to take a look at it and I can get back to you. But
Did you get
it's
the
my first
mouse?
one. Yeah, the mouse with the cookie.
Nom.
All right, let's move on to the next slide, which is still kind of.
We had a lot of those left still at our store. We had like 5 when it was 50% off.
What was it?
It was terrible. We had like 5 nom noms.
Oh,
And then we also had the display too, so we had a total of 6 nom noms at 50% off still.
I mean, $100
Oh,
is a
look
bit
at there's
steep.
the micro lights.
I know. They're still bringing back the microlight one. That one's been around
It's
since
crazy.
it
That was
started.
$80 at Old Time Pottery.
Wow.
That Micro Lights pumpkin stack, that 5-foot one, that was
That's not
$80
a base
at
fan
Old
either,
Time
is it?
Pottery.
It's like a cheap fan, small
Nope,
one.
it's not.
Well,
It was
look at it.
crazy.
It's $50 to buy it. Who would
I
want
saw
that?
people buy it.
I don't understand why they did 2 old hags. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the Snow White movie is coming out, so
Oh,
I
that's
don't.
definitely
right.
gonna have
The
something.
bottom one is better because it actually looks more like her with the nose. The top one's just kind of dumb.
Um, when was the last time that's spooky with ghosts? That's kind of a nice one, actually.
Oh, I just realized
Is
though
it
they
a
slapped
BJ's
a face
Online?
on it.
Is that
Oh,
like a isn't?
that goes with the
But
pumpkin. I
I
just
think, but I
noticed.
guarantee that's scary. I guarantee a cheap fan though.
Which one?
The spooky one with the ghost.
No, that's a base fan. That's been being made since 22.
Is it gonna be a base fan?
Oh yeah, that's a base fan.
Well, let's pray it is, because who knows? We could get someone that puts a cheap fan on it, like the stupid
Well, at
car.
least you can buy an older version with a base fan because that one's been made
That's
for a few
true.
years. Also, I didn't notice till
Yeah.
right now, but those ghosts with the pumpkin, that's Rainbow Wave too.
Oh, that is Wave Spooky Ghost with Trio.
Wow, they're really
Yeah, they're
pushing the
really.
Rainbow Wave.
I don't blame them, but
I mean, it's
it's
a cool idea. So
yeah. I kind of like the skeleton and the pumpkin.
yeah, that one's kind of nice. I wish I had a base fan though.
Yeah, well, we haven't had a base fan up and down for years.
Last one we got was the one Lowe's had with the Santa in the chimney from like 2020.
And I kind of like the prototype more because it had a tree.
Yeah. I
Of
mean, it
course,
didn't
they would
really make
ruin
a
it.
lot of sense though if it's supposed to be a house.
No, it didn't, but I think it looked a little better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the coffin with the lid is really weird. It's like they took Dracula out of it. I don't know why. I
No
don't. I
Dracula
don't
for
see that
they
one being
they just
produced.
retired.
I feel like that
They just
one's gonna get
retired
prototyped.
Dracula.
I don't see a store picking that out. Because what's the point of it? Is it get like a? There's no way it could be a candy holder because it's so big.
I miss those witch hands that grab you.
Oh yeah,
And the bowls.
and I think the Oogie Boogie's also new with the skull.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing
I
I
don't
could
know
see
why
the
that one
problem on
even
the
would
lid,
be
because I was
made
thinking
though.
about that. You know how Gemmy did like the fog attachments for some of their inflatables? I think the
Oh,
only thing they could do was like a fogging coffin. That's all they could do with that.
actually, that's a
I think
pretty
that's
cool
really
idea.
cool. But of course, they're not going to be doing that.
I think that would be a cool idea, though. I wish it was just a Dracula version, though.
Come on, Gemmy, join the Gemmy group and start taking ideas.
Take notes.
Yeah, take notes.
All right, next slide. Finally, the Christmas stuff, the stuff that's actually good. So,
Yeah.
We got some inflatables on here, some remakes, some new, and then there's 2 like props or animatronics as well. I really think the new stuff here is on this slide's not the too crazy, but
T-Rex Colossal.
I'm not really. I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about it. I
I
think it's
don't like.
cool, but I don't care for it.
If that retails for $400, I will cry.
That's something Halloween costumes would get. I bet you.
It is because it's like the Grinch.
You know what? I just
Yeah.
realized too. He's holding a pencil and a list. I didn't even see that before.
Yeah. I don't like it though.
I don't care for it that
Personally.
much. I'll stick with the 2014 one with the turning head. That's always going to be probably my favorite they did.
Mm-hmm. The Whoville helicopter, I don't think that really needs to be a thing.
I don't like it at all. It just
I know
looks
this, I think, was a
stupid.
prototype already back in like 22 or 23.
Yeah, well, for some reason, after you mentioned that, I almost feel like I remember seeing it somewhere too, like years ago. I don't know though. I don't
I
like
hope
it.
that I don't think it needs to be made. It's one of those things I don't think they really need to make.
To me,
It was
it looks
never
like the Presents, Max, and the Grinch were ripped right out of the snow globe. It looks like the same
know.
proportions.
The
But
back
worse.
propeller is pretty weird as well. I don't know. It just looks weird. Again, it probably looked
I
better
don't
in
like it.
production, but it's kind of a weird idea concept.
Yeah, I don't know. It just looks very unfinished.
The
I don't
pageant
think it
Looks
needs
like
to
a
be made.
Lowe's inflatable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like more like a Walmart one, to be honest, to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Walmart online.
Or something, yeah.
Their online ones have been big though. I don't know if that
I
would
don't
work.
think this would be online. This would actually be something they'd maybe put in store.
I'd hope it's just
But
gonna
look at
get made.
146.79.
No, that is steep.
That would be $200 inflatable, if not more.
Yikes.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I mean, that retail for the train this year was how much? Wasn't that like 150?
Yeah, 150 for the train, and that didn't even have animation.
Yeah, I'd take the snow globe any day over that.
Mm-hmm.
The swing, cool to see the swing come back. Yeah, I do like the swing. It's pretty cool.
But we have your inflatables for that.
Yeah. Santa's Sleigh and Reindeer, that's a remake from BJ's. Same with the Jack, that was from Sam's. I do like that Jack, though, with the Santa outfit.
Got new Peanuts nativity scene.
That pageant is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely different than the normal nativity scene that we normally see.
I just
I
feel
could
like...
definitely see some problems with it though.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Like
I
it,
feel like
it
that...
could definitely be top heavy.
Yeah, I feel like that would
Mhm.
get filled up with water and it would never stand on its own. You'd have to always go outside.
It's way too flimsy. The columns need to be thicker.
Yeah.
Because a normal nativity just goes up like a triangle. So I mean, it doesn't have like a rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you it's not going to be very wide either, so, which is another con. But hopefully the heads work. I mean, every time I see one of those Peanuts nativities, their heads are always like down on the ground.
Where's my light show?
Rainbow Wave
actually-
light show, that would be cool.
You know, that'd actually be really interesting.
The Jack
Rainbow
Discovers
Wave.
Christmas. That one's kind of cool. I wonder why they put with LEDs in, because I don't think any of the other cheap fans have that. So I don't know if they did special thing or what.
With LEDs. Also, they actually do tell you if they have LEDs. That's actually cool.
I feel like
Well,
the
no, not
Jack
all of
faces
them.
get worse and worse every year. I mean, it's just, they look so bad anymore.
I don't care for The Nightmare Before Christmas. I never really have.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I
but-
like the movie, but I don't like many of the designs.
I don't know. I just don't like putting it out because it doesn't feel Christmassy to me.
Yeah, it does. It seems more like a Halloween thing.
Mm-hmm. It is more of I would say it's more of a Halloween movie
Mhm.
than it is a Christmas movie. Just because it's mostly Halloween and then by the end it's Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
More than Christmas. But I mean, they made a movie that's for Christmas and Halloween, I guess. But I think most people watch it during Halloween anyway. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I can't say that for everyone because there's probably people that watch it for Christmas.
I don't think I've ever
Next
watched
slide,
it for
sir.
I watch it
Christmas.
during Halloween.
But I mean, I think overall these are decent inflatables. I think the next slide's where it gets really good. Nope. Oh, yes, it is. This is the really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this is the best slide I think that's on this whole slideshow for 2 reasons. The good
Grinch
old
teeter
teeter
totter.
Teeter-totters.
Impossible Peanuts teeter totter.
Man, I love the teeter totters. I'm so I never would have expected those to come back.
This one is, I believe, confirmed for our inflatables to pick up.
Yep, the Grinch one is confirmed by our
I don't
inflatables.
know if anyone else is getting it. You know, it's very possible Walmart also could pick that one up too.
I think it is possible for sure, but I'm just glad
I
at least
could,
the
I
art
could really, I
inflatables
could see it.
said themselves. It will be coming in 2025, so that's definitely going to be one I'm picking up.
Which one? The Snoopy one or the Grinch one?
Well, I'd like both of them, but I know the Grinch is confirmed right now, so
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
The
Probably
Grinch
200,
one.
250?
for the Grinch one, I would say probably 150.
Maybe,
I don't know.
you
I
know,
feel
we
like they
could.
mark it up a little more because it's licensed.
I was thinking it'd be like more like 175 or something.
Yeah, it's
But with
gonna be
my,
somewhere
but I
between
guarantee you, what
150 and
I,
170.
but I feel though people would not want to pay more than like 160.
I feel like it's gonna be
Because if you think about
159.
it, because you're paying more for the motors that are in it, the size. The size is very small compared to like a full fledged, like for instance, the Grinch and Max on sled. I guarantee you that one's going to be bigger. Well, I don't know. I actually really don't know. Because look at the Abominable Snowman with Santa hat. That's been produced multiple times, but it's $101. $109 versus $112. It's going to be kind of a hard sell for anything more than probably 160, if not
I could
more.
see it like 159.99.
I could see it for
Yeah.
160.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Any idea how tall the Abominable Snowman is? It's 12 foot.
Mm-hmm.
They've been making that
Isn't
one
that just a
since like
reproduced one?
2018 or so.
The one thing I've never liked about this snowman, this abominable snowman, is its feet. I just think it looks weird versus the fuzzy one. I think the fuzzy one are more accurate.
Yeah,
Um,
it's an okay bump.
even though this is more of an accurate depiction of abominable snowman, but the feet are just such a turnoff.
And then there's the old
In my opinion.
Peanuts Nativity, which still looks good in my opinion. That one definitely, since it's shorter, it wouldn't have as much of an issue leaning. I would assume.
I thought most of them still have the leaning issue, unless they put like a 200
I
in
mean,
it.
I see the tether attachments, but that top beam is still gonna cause it to fall. So I don't know. Outhouse, nothing new. Grinch, nothing new. The Rainbow Wave Dragon. I don't know. I don't care for that one that much. I like the octopus much better.
It looks
That
fine.
octopus would be very interesting.
I'm
I'd actually
surprised
probably
it's
would
not
want to
here.
try and get that if I could.
I know, it's
Christmas
cool.
octopus. That'd be so funny.
It'd work well in Florida or something, I feel like.
It would work well with a rubber duck.
Yeah, I know. I'd love to do that together. That'd be hilarious.
Even though one's rainbow and one's yeah.
The animated Santa and Elf tree, someone said that one's hilarious. What if it'll be produced? I don't know. It kind of seems middle of the road. Like it seems like it could get made, and it seems like it couldn't. I don't know.
Well, it's animated. I wonder what's animated. I wonder if it's like the arms or maybe the elf's
I think it
head
must
or.
be Santa's head turns or something. There's no way there's a shaking motor or anything. So I guess it's like a
I wish
moving.
I wish they brought back the spinning eyes, but I know those are
know.
very faulty based off of the spinning snowflakes this year.
Oh yeah. It just has to do with pressure, I think.
Wow,
If they
I
do
think
produce the tree, I think it definitely would go to Walmart.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I could see that.
Hands
It looks like a
down.
Walmart design, 100%.
Yeah.
I really love the Snoopy teeter totter. I mean, it looks perfect from that concept art. I don't know who would pick it up. I feel like maybe Lowe's, just because they always get their annual Snoopy Christmas design. So, but at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, it seems like it would be an online inflatable. So I'm stumped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a weird one.
We have to wait and see because it doesn't even look like they even have a prototype even made yet.
Yeah, who knows? I'd love to. I mean, if it's up on like I feel like it has to get made. I feel like people know at this point Snoopy stuff is so popular. I feel like someone has to pick it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I had to go
And
out
they
on a limb,
have
I would say Sam's Club because they've been doing a lot of the innovative, designs recently.
Well,
They did
see,
obviously the big snow globe 9 foot. They did the
Mhm.
haunted houses, so I think they would go with a teeter totter.
I don't. If they go with the teeter totter, I guarantee what they're gonna do is they're gonna put that crappy, flaky stuff on it again. I don't know
I hope there's
Sam's
no
Club,
mixed
but I
media.
don't feel Sam's Club is gonna pick up a teeter totter. I don't think because it just doesn't seem like a design that I would contribute that would make Sam's Club. Sam's Club. It's like they redid the 12-foot snowman trio like 2017. That actually did look very nice. That seemed like a thing, because it had that metallic fabric. But I couldn't really see Sam's Club getting necessarily a teeter totter, even though it would be a really cool idea.
Yeah,
But
we'll
I
just have
think
to
they would
see
ruin.
because
I don't
I
know.
remember
I
that
feel like they would
spider they
ruin it,
did.
though.
Remember that spider? That was really
Yeah.
different. They had a projector on it. It was clear material, webbing. Like that was
Mhm.
very innovative. I would not have imagined that actually being produced just because it's so out there. Yet they picked it
Mhm.
up.
Right.
I feel like the teeter totters, at least to me, those would be inflatables. I wouldn't want any extra stuff added to them. I think it would be great just how they are, simple, just straight
Mhm.
nylon. I know on the Grinch one with that picture, the only sort of mixed media is that silver looking fabric, but that's kind of just.
I
Gemmy
hope that's
silver.
on all of them, but I don't. But I feel that's integrated though. It's not that dot crap.
No, it's like
It's like the one panel on the side of the 9-foot globe where it's that integrated metallic.
yeah, it's just kind of there. Like my M&M tree, that star on the top of the yellow M&M is like that silver
Metallic.
fabric. It's just like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But I
What
think
happened to the M&Ms?
I know. Haven't got one of them since I
Give me
think 2014.
my M&Ms.
I mean, I think these are all right, pretty good designs here. Besides the teeter totters, like the dragon's good, the tree isn't too shabby. So, move on to the next
What's
slide, which has also got some good ones on it.
Oh, I love it. It has. I hope either the snowman. I hope the snowman and the Santa are made because I would try and find a way to buy both of them.
They
I
both
love
look
them.
super good. They both have like a classic
Yep.
style.
They remind me so much of like 2016.
I know.
2016 type vibe. Even though that's not considered classic, I still would die to have both of them just because I think they are really good. They even have multimedia fabric. I guarantee you these would be some that maybe Sam's Club could even get maybe. But they kind of reminded me more like a Walmart design.
Yeah.
But I don't know because they have that multimedia fabric on that snowman. You can tell, the round part, and it's not a just a sewn on little what is it, collar like on everything. It's actually inflated.
I know. I thought that was really cool.
Even the bottom is inflated. There's not really anything that looks cheap on it. I honestly think the price for it is probably justified, but I guarantee you the price is going to be expensive on it though.
I feel like 130.
Because if it's $101, it ain't going to be no $60 10-footer.
Yeah, I wonder how tall they are anyway. They look like they'd be 8 or 10 feet.
I think they're 10.
I mean, that Santa's pretty huge.
Mm-hmm. I think it's 10 foot, but I wonder though, because it seems like either the snowman or the Santa's going to be made and not both. Because it seems like the
I think they could
snowman's
make
already
both.
chosen though.
It might be.
But I would pay money if that Santa actually did get released, though.
I could see this Rainbow Wave stuff if they didn't do it much anymore after this year. I could see it being like valuable in the future because it's just one of those things that's very cool and pretty
Guarantee
unique.
you they, I guarantee you they ruined the saxophone Santa with no audio.
Yeah, Carson said that one looks like a Lowe's one. I mean, I can see it because of the two previous ones we got. I don't know.
But
I
it's
feel like we'd
$98.90 though. See, that's what's confusing. Is it going to be $150?
No, I don't think so.
If it has a sound box, it might.
I'm
If it has a
surprised-
sound box, I'd actually would pick it up, but I don't think it does because it's a Santa with saxophone. Now, it could mean that there may be an audio, but I don't know if there is. It seems like it's just with the animation motor. But then we had the tree though, and it didn't have any audio, so I'm not sure. And that was $100, so I don't know. Maybe they're trying to adjust for inflation or whatever. I don't really know.
don't know.
Because you look
Seeing
at the Standing Rudolph though, because they're selling those for like $200, if not more. And then you have the saxophone Santa right next to it. Are they going to sell for $200? And I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Seeing the teeter totter, the small, static one that's up here with not inflatable, that reminds me or just makes me think of it going to Lowe's, just because Lowe's this year had the Mickey Mouse
Totally.
and the Grinch static animated going in and out of the chimney. I don't know if you saw those ones at your store.
Oh, yeah.
They sold out really quick at my store. They, have been experimenting with these animated static material type decorations. So if they get the teeter totter, I bet you they'd get this. So that might be an indication that both of them are going to Lowe's.
Oh, that just screams Lowe's because of that, like you said, that chimney that they had this year, the tinsel Grinch. I actually like it a lot because it reminds me of the old Gemmy ones that had the stuffed characters on them. I do like that a lot. I think it looks pretty nice.
It's been a long time since Lowe's has had a big, major, Grinch selection.
I guess
So
the only complaint I would have on this slide would be the Snoopy sleigh. They screen printed the his sled, the bottom of it, instead of actually having it stitched on as an inflatable.
Yeah, that's the one thing I always was annoyed when it was made. I wish they would redo that, but who knows?
And I also remember the Grinch teeter-totter. I think I saw, along with the Snoopy one to the side where there was the concept art, there was a Grinch one, and it looked like the Grinch concept art had Max on it, and I think they maybe changed it to Cindy Lou for this one, because it wouldn't make sense to have two Grinch and teeter-totters with Maxes, so I think that's why they did the light up with Max and the inflatable Cindy Lou, which I actually prefer the inflatable has Cindy Lou, because she's not on that many yet, inflatables.
So, see, here's my thing, though. I wonder if Lowe's is going to pick up, say, the metal one, but they're going to have the Peanuts teeter-totter.
That might be it.
To have
because I don't see them doing two. They're going to do one or the other.
Right, and I would see Lowe's more choosing the animated Grinch, this light fixture versus the inflatable, because I don't know, I've never really thought of. I've always kind of seen it more like a Walmart, even. Walmart online.
They've done the Grinch archway at Lowe's for 3 years. And what if they're like, all right, let's give it up, let's put it to rest, and let's, put out this teeter-totter as our Grinch archway replacement. I could see that, maybe.
So then, if we're in that position, then we're probably not going to get a Peanuts teeter-totter then.
Well, you never know.
I thought
it'd be tough. I definitely would see the Grinch one going to Lowe's. I don't know about the Snoopy one.
I don't know.
See, I wonder who would get the Snoopy, because Yarn Inflatables is already intending to get the Max one.
And if it goes to Yard Inflatables, then it's probably going to go to BJ's, because all the Yard Inflatables exclusives, as they label it, have been also BJ's exclusives. Not all of them, like the swing and whatnot, but most of them, like the present bag, and we've seen the clock and the tree. And that's all you could get gotten at BJ's.
Well, see, but then they also had different other exclusives though that were just exclusive to them. I thought,
I think
but
those
I don't
BJ's
know.
ones were only because maybe the shipment went to Yard Inflatables first. I genuinely think the Yard Inflatables, because when they get in stuff they label as an exclusive, it really is just to them. Like that 14
I don't
Santa.
see Because I don't see BJ's getting the teeter totter.
I think
They
I
get
don't
a lot
know.
of a lot of original designs versus like I mean they've been having the Grinch,
BJ's
Soleil.
does like the really crazy stuff with kaleidoscopes, a lot of animation, a lot of lighting effects.
Yeah,
Mixed
they're the
media.
ones who brought back the carousel after Walmart did it. So Walmart did the carousel,
True.
they brought it back, and then BJ's picked it back up 2 years or 1 year later. I can't remember.
So who knows? Maybe down the line BJ's will get a teeter totter. Who knows? I'd just be disappointed because then I would have to pay more because I don't have a BJ's. But
Yeah,
I
In
don't
general, I think
think
there's a lot
it's
of
gonna be a thing for BJ's. I would almost see more be maybe like these light sync, the rainbow wave ones be more BJ's.
I don't know why, but that just the light sync ones, with the ones like the Santa and the snowman are on the same slide. That reminds me of the QVC videos I would watch of the light sync inflatables that they would
Yeah.
advertise on their
You know, that'd
site.
actually be really funny if QVC got them both.
Mm-hmm.
They would be expensive though.
Oh, I know. They'd be like starting at $200 or 12 monthly payments of 55. Something ridiculously something ridiculously stupid.
And it also has me thinking, I wonder what Costco's going to get. They got 2 licensed scenes this past year, so they got to be getting stuff this year. That's interesting.
I'd be happy. I'd buy if they got a teeter totter. Shoot, I'd buy it.
It'd be so popular though. It would just because every Costco I go into, it's always crowded. Always.
Mm-hmm.
People you would never think to buy
Well,
an
and I
inflatable
would
or
know
decoration,
because
they just buy it
I
just
would
because
know
the
right
Costco.
away though when they come out because my dad works at
You
well,
should
not
see if you
Costco. He
can
doesn't work at
look in.
Costco, but he knows a buddy that works at Costco, and he asks him all the stuff. So
I wonder if we'll get Halloween stuff from
he
Costco then.
gets the gist on certain things.
Might get Halloween stuff then too. But I don't know. The only reason I would think for a little bit that the Snoopy Teeter Totter would go to Lowe's is only because of the annual Snoopy, but they could obviously get a Snoopy helicopter this year. I mean, that would be interesting.
That would be funny.
Mhm.
It's like a present drop thing.
I
You just
actually
load
like
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
I could see Costco getting a Bluey teeter totter because that scene sold so well.
Oh, I actually would kind of like that.
Down the line,
That'd be kind of funny though.
The first teeter totter to come back as a bluey.
I don't know if they would make a Bluey teeter totter this year. That would be, I think, more of like a thing they'd do like later.
yeah, like 2026 or something.
Yeah. Welcome to 2025. No
I
inflatables
could
for
see them
you.
doing a Mickey and Minnie one too.
That would be kind of cool to see come back. I want to see a Winnie the Pooh one come back, like Home Depot online exclusive is the Winnie the Pooh one.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. I would buy that.
Oh yeah. And then the next slide, this one doesn't have too much interesting. The only one that I really like is the non-licensed teeter totter. I think it looks pretty good. That one actually doesn't have the metallic for the handlebars. They are
And it
just
looks
peppermint.
much smaller.
It does. It looks very small because the Grinch one. There's some they're pretty extended outward from the middle piece, but this one they're pretty close. This one
So I'm
seems
thinking
almost like a
that one would
Walmart
either be
design.
Walmart or at home.
Yeah, oh, it does actually give at home. Now that you're saying that, it does kind of remind me of at home. Because they got the globe, which is pretty similar, and the Mrs. Claus and Penguin, which I think is similar too. That one's tiny. That one. Now that you say that, I actually feel like this is an at-home inflatable.
You know what?
That means it's going to be
And if
expensive
it is,
too.
it's gonna be $150, if not more. I guarantee it'll be
It's so
$175,
small.
exactly
Like
like
the
the
YF
globe.
60.
Look at they
And
did
it
it. They
looks
actually
like it has folding legs too, so it must be.
Which is strange because
I
normally with the
guarantee
small
you
ones
that
they do the
Ugly
non-folding
Snowman
legs.
family is gonna be for either probably at home.
Oh yeah, for sure. I really don't
but I
like it. I miss the
wonder it's
big
probably gonna be a cheap fan,
three
of course.
ones.
Yeah, looking at the slide, there's a lot of at-homes. That nativity scene in the bottom left, that's been at home forever. The Snowman family's been at home this year and the last year. They did like different iterations of it. So yeah, I could
Mm-hmm.
definitely see the teeter-totter being at home.
Yeah, now that you
And
mentioned
the
that, it just
animatronic, I could
screams
see
at
that
home.
being at home too.
It just screams at home. And then curious what the swiveling animation is on the snowman. That's just his head turns left to right.
It's been made. You can actually buy it right now.
Yeah, I think they started making that one last year, 2022. Or not last year, 2023, I
First,
think.
they can bring back. I'm still waiting for them to bring back the NASCARs.
Maybe that's going to be the next thing they do in 2026. We did globes, teeter-totters. Now it's time for the race cars.
I'm still waiting for my light show.
Yeah, we got it.
We'll do a
this
light
year,
show
I
in
have a feeling.
2029. We'll do a light show in 2029.
I honestly, yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's
Because
gotta
it's
be an
been
at
like
home.
years since they've done a teeter totter.
I know.
You almost forget You almost forget they were even made.
I feel like the last teeter totter they did was like 2010 or something.
It was 2, I think, and it was the Peanuts one.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time.
When was the Mickey one? Was that 2009? I think.
I think it was 10 at Kmart or
Well,
something.
the teeter totter?
Pretty sure.
Oh, I thought it was 9.
Might be. Let me look.
There was a Mickey mini teeter totter?
Yeah, it's like really rare.
Yeah.
It's like almost rare than they're all pretty rare, the teeter totters at this point.
The only ones I knew about was the Peanuts one and the Winnie the Pooh one. I didn't know there's a Mickey one.
The Winnie the Pooh was 2010 too, so I wonder if they
No,
were all
Winnie the
2010.
Pooh
I
was
thought
2009.
Okay.
So I'm looking
So
right now.
maybe they did. Maybe the Mickey one was also.
I'm
not sure. But the Mickey one's really rare, though. Well, they're all pretty rare, not gonna lie, because you don't see them pop up. Probably the most common one is probably the Peanuts one.
So if
it's hard
anyone
to
in the
even
chat
call any
has
of
a
them
teeter
common.
totter, that means you should sell it right now before these new ones come out.
Especially that old Peanuts one.
I like the look of the new one better.
Yeah, same.
I don't know if it's that one though. No, it's a Do they have a different one? Maybe that is it.
No, that's the only Mickey one they ever did.
Maybe I'm thinking a different one. I have to take a look at the picture that I saw. I'll be 1 second.
Didn't Lowe sell all the teeter totters? I don't think they got any well, they might have gotten one before. I can't remember. Honestly, I don't know.
I know Kmart got the Winnie the Pooh one.
I think it was mostly
Okay.
Kmart that got the teeter totters because they got the Mickey one, which that would make sense if that was 2010 because that means the Winnie the Pooh would be a year before.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm just happy they're coming back.
Yep, same.
Next up, we got some more. Let's see. Yep. There's some pretty funny ones on here. Cowboy Longhorn.
Oh, I love that one.
And where snowballs come from. Honestly, I think the animation might be the penguin's arm moving, the one with the snowball.
Probably.
Which is kind of underwhelming, but
but still, it's
At least
really
they didn't add a sound box to
Yeah.
it like that Frankenstein going to the bathroom at Walmart.
I don't know. I feel like it's definitely going to get picked out, but I think it's an online one for sure.
It's really funny.
It is kind of funny. I kind of want to get one, but I don't know. It
You
doesn't
don't
look very
deserve.
big. It looks pretty small. I don't know. Maybe 6 foot tall. Michael says I
I
love the
kind of
cowboy
like.
one. Yeah, Cowboy
Yeah, I love the.
Longhorn's
Oh, I
great.
love it.
Yeah.
That's either a
Um.
Menards or Ace, right?
Oh, for sure. I could see that one being at Menards. They like the cow stuff, or even Walmart. Honestly,
Oh yeah, yeah. They like their
Mhm.
animals.
Mhm.
the
They
rainbow
always
wave tree.
do.
I kind of was. I said this. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I wish they did their tree, with the rainbow wave. I wish they did that the tie dye pattern rather than green, because I think it would have matched better with the rainbow wave. But
Yeah, I don't think it looks well on that design. That's the one that Walmart did for Black Friday, right?
I
9
think
foot
so.
rectangular cheap fan. It's the same design.
Must
Mhm.
be same height and everything. Probably probably is a cheap fan, to be honest. I don't know. I doubt they'd put a
It's one
base fan.
dimensional. So yeah, I would say.
Snoopy in the Woodstock with. I wish that one was a base fan, because that's actually not a bad design at all. Has
I wish
lights.
they. I wish they made it big.
I know. I'm sad about it being that size, because I kind of
Let's
like
look
the
at it.
snow at the bottom.
64.50.
I can see that being at Lowe's this year. You know how they get their like $90 small cheap fan Snoopy? That's always overpriced. The Igloos this year. Then they had a previous Doghouse. They had the plane.
Mhm.
They're always so expensive.
And then
for
they're
the
gonna be
small.
cheap, and then they're gonna put the fake lights on it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was so
That will
surprised the
really.
car even has the real lights. I could see it being at Lowe's though. I see it for sure. Grinch popping out a
Mhm.
chimney. I don't know. I almost feel like that could be Lowe's too, but probably not. Cause I don't know. They
Maybe
usually
more
only get
at
one.
home, maybe.
Yeah, kind of at home-ish. I
Yeah.
don't actually mind that one. I kind of like the chimney on it.
I just wish it was bigger because if I put that on top of my roof, because of the gutter, you
Hmm.
probably would not be able to see the peak of the house. So I
Yeah, I
wish they
really
kind of
wish
made it
they
a little
made
bit
it
bigger.
bigger.
Mhm.
Looks like that tree has white C7 bulbs. I'm not sure why they're pushing that so much.
That means
You know, it has
those
like
are the
a
ones that the Nom Nom had at the Home
yeah.
Depot. So it could be a Home Depot
At
one.
least they're C7s though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The hanging bow is interesting. I don't know what you'd use that for though, unless you put it on your door, I guess.
Yeah, I actually kind of think it's cool. It'd be something you hang on like your house or something.
Yeah, it's not bad,
Yeah.
but $60 is kind of. I feel like that'd be close to $100
Yeah,
to
that
buy
is
it.
expensive. It's gonna be a cheap fan, that's for sure.
Cowboy Longhorn. I don't know. That must be a base fan. I'm sure of it, because there's no way they could. Yeah, there's no way that's a cheap fan.
It has to be.
Must be that back leg you can't see. It's only 53 too. That's pretty cheap. I feel like this thing would be $79 at retail.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad designs here. Then we got this slide. This one doesn't have too many things interesting. It's got the plane that we were just talking about, which is only 39 apparently to pick out. The big hanging bulb string is kind of cool though. The giant light bulbs with metallic fabric. The tree looks a little weird. The only new one here is the Shivering Snowman, which I don't really know if I care for that one. I don't know if if that would be a Home Depot Shivering one for this year.
It looks a little weird.
I don't like it, to be honest. It looks like an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that egg.
Grinch with the
Source
ho-ho
of
ho stuff.
protein.
Yeah, I think all of these are remakes except that Shivering Snowman and maybe the bulb string.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything? If you guys have stuff to say about these, or
Not really.
Snoopy Airplane, that's been redone. The Santa's probably a 7-foot cheap fan.
yeah,
Maybe 8-foot cheap fan or
99.
something. Maybe, I don't know.
nothing interesting.
I don't care for that Santa that much.
Me neither.
I like that other one more. With the snowflake.
Oh, for the light bulbs, I just noticed they have a little bit of holly on each of the ends. Plastic
Oh
holly
yeah,
pieces they like to use.
that's kind of nice.
It's really weird. I
That is
don't know
weird.
if I like that.
Yeah, it's on a light bulb, so I don't know if that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, you don't put holly on a electrical string of lights.
Yeah, and why is it only on the end too? That's pretty odd.
All right.
Yeah, but those things work well. I think I got those 3 years ago at Walmart, and yeah, they hold up really well. The lights in them, they flash, and I recommend them if they can get them on your house because they're I think 14.5 feet long.
Holy
So it's
cow.
a pretty long. Depending on how the length of your gutter size, you might need a lot of these.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They just look bad when you deflate them, though.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
I bet.
Blowing in the wind too.
Oh yeah.
This next slide's just some licensed cheap fan stuff. There's actually a smaller hanging bow that's only 26 here.
Oh
and
yeah.
then the rest of it's
Way
just
smaller.
I think all of this is actually remake stuff. I don't think anything here is
Mhm.
new
It
besides
is.
the bow. Believe the Grinch Max
Pretty
and
much. Yeah.
everything is new here. Unless the Bluey's slightly new, I don't know.
I don't think it is.
Yeah.
They
Looks
have
I
like
the
know
Home
Bluey's on
Depot
his
one
tippy
from last
toes.
year.
Yeah, I know At Home got like a 6.5-foot version of that this past year, which was kind of odd. I feel like if you're gonna do Bluey, it shouldn't be any taller than like 5 foot.
Yeah.
Next one, also pretty generic stuff. I think the Zero's new, and then the Mickey and Minnie gingerbreads are also new, which they don't look terrible. It's kind of cool. It's like when they did the Mickey and Minnie snowman designs. I remember those. Those were like based off the blow molds or porch greeters too.
Guarantee Canadian Tire is gonna get that Cindy Lou again.
Has that one not been sold in the U.S.?
Actually, would
It was sold 22.
I actually like that one. It has the
Walmart.
actual fingers, and I like the candy cane.
If you're lucky, you get a good one. If you're not, they look kind of poopy.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever
I've
seen
seen
a
some bad
Zero with a
ones.
closed mouth before. I think Zero's always had the open mouth.
He has a
That's
candy
new.
cane in his mouth.
Snoopy, that looks kind of generic. The tree, same thing. That one's really cheap for some reason, 24. Kind of weird if
Yeah.
it has Lux fabric. I'm so ready
yes.
for them to end the Scoob stuff and do Scooby-Doo again. I really miss the actual Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, that's good. That
Scooby
movie's like
and Dooby and Doo.
maybe 6 years old this year.
That's crazy.
I don't know what happened to the Looney Tunes stuff. They did it with Bugs Bunny. That sold terribly. Got it, discounted stuff. I got 5 of those Bugs Bunnies right now in my basement.
No, our store sold out a lot of that stuff right away.
It's so weird to me. And then they got the new Bugs Bunny movie coming out, or not Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes movie coming out in February.
Yeah.
What if they do something different
Wait,
for that?
there's a Looney Tunes movie coming out?
Daffy Duck
Yeah,
would be
they're
perfect.
working on one.
Really? Well, hopefully we can get something this year. Fingers crossed.
Daffy Duck would be perfect.
I would love that.
Just hopefully has C7s, because if there's an LED, you're not going to be able to see through the black fabric too well.
That would be one that needs a
Daffy
modification. They would either do that like a 6.5-foot, 6-foot cheap fan or like an 8-foot base. I'd love that though. I really want a Daffy Duck.
I'd love to see more Looney Tunes ones this year.
Yeah, I really hope. And then we got this last slide, which I love the duck on it. That's one I'm definitely buying when it releases. Probably Walmart.
I think the capybara is funny.
Yeah, I like that one too. That was funny that we saw that one early. Yeah, everything else here is pretty. I mean, the Highlander cow thing is new, but I don't like the look of it. It looks creepy, kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep putting Holly on Buddy the Elf's shirt. They did it on the new photorealistic versions, and then now this car buddy. I don't understand it. He doesn't have. It looks so out of place on photoreal.
Yeah, it's true.
And then they're still doing the emote glow stuff, which is kind of eh. But any thoughts on any of this?
There's a new Highlander cow too.
Twerking Santa.
There's
a new cow too.
Oh yeah. The eyes are kind of weird to me.
That's it though.
I
Mm-hmm.
guess someone wants a twerking Santa. I guess it's the year to get one.
Yeah, that's the last slide. So, any last thoughts on anything? The Teeter Totters, Rainbow Wave.
I would say I would actually like to see a 10-foot version of that gingerbread Mickey.
Oh yeah, I'd be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they did a flat version.
Ah, yes.
Whoville
That's
helicopter,
really, and
kind of
then the
weird.
teeter totters are awesome.
Oh yeah. And there's Halloween. There's just really nothing interesting. I guess the moving mouth stuff is the only thing
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested for, and Ghostface.
Yeah.
But
Hopefully, a light show pops up.
Yeah, very interested to see where
Yeah.
Ghostface might go. Spirit, they did some inflatables for Christmas, and then they got their lines
True.
for Halloween. That's independent. But what if they brought on Gemmy for some Spirit Halloween inflatables like they did in the past?
I really hope they
Mm-hmm.
do, because they
Well,
got a
I
couple
think
Jemmys for
that's what's
Spirit Christmas.
happening with some of their, because Jemmy started working with them again.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully, Spirit is now wanting to do stuff with Jimmy again.
I mean, they got to start working with them because Party City's going out of business, and doesn't Party City own Halloween City? So Halloween City's also going out of business. So really, the only pop-up
Mhm.
Halloween store you got is Spirit Halloween now.
We got.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying now they've made a deal now for like 400 Big Lots to stay open. So Big Lots may still be a contender for maybe some inflatables, but I really don't have any hope for them anymore. Maybe for some of their cheaper stuff, maybe. Like we got the Globe for a pretty decent price this year.
I really like their haunted house I got from them in 2022, I believe. That was a really good one. I like that the design and all of that. So I hope they do
Oh yeah,
some
the
more base.
popping out ghost or whatever on the top.
Yeah. So the mummy turns its head, and then the ghost popped
Yeah.
out, and then at the bottom you had the witch.
Someone was selling that recently, and I thought it wasn't too bad.
It works really well, like the colorway. It works really well with the first iteration of the haunted house from Sam's Club. You know how it had the purple and the orange and the black. So that's what I did with my display video for 2022.
Mhm.
I had the Big Lots haunted house animated right next to, kind of diagonally from the Sam's Club, because they just fit
Mhm.
so well together. Those bright oranges, the bright purples and black. I mean, just fit
Uh-huh.
so well. So and you don't see many inflatables with such vibrant colors like that.
I see. It looks like I just looked on something 10 hours ago. I guess they have 50. I guess they have some better deals on yarn inflatables on certain inflatables. I guess
Mm-hmm.
it said like 50% off. I doubt it's 50% off, but still.
Oh yeah, I was looking that earlier. I feel like most of those prices were already similar to the ones they marked them down.
Yeah, I think the only one that's probably noticeably new for price is probably Bugs, which is now down to 44. So I guess if you want to cheap Bugs, I guess you can go on your inflatables. They also decreased the price of that 13-inch Christmas sack,
Oh,
the one Ace has. Also 11-foot Jimmy Airblown inflatable handmade plush teddy bear. This being the animated snowman one with the hugging animation with the banner.
Well, I hope we get more leaks soon, because I really want to see some confirmed lineups.
I'm
and
surprised we
stuff.
already have this many leaks already.
I know we've never had this many. Last or December of 2023, we got like a couple cheap fans, but this is like a whole catalog got leaked. And those leaked like the very last day of December. This stuff leaked weeks ago, so pretty crazy. I don't know how it got leaked either. And there's
Yeah,
a ton
who
of other
really
stuff.
knows?
There's like a bunch of life size that got leaked too, but this is just inflatables, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have any other final thoughts or predictions on what may be coming out this year?
Not at this
Hopefully a
moment.
new
I'm just
peanut.
gonna think that snow globes, we won't be seeing those in person. I think we'll see them online,
Yeah.
not in person anymore.
Mhm.
I mean, every retailer got one, and there's definitely some overstock, but
I
I
could
I
definitely
would
see
not,
them
skimp out.
reproducing.
You're gonna have another chance to buy them, so don't try and buy
Mhm.
a reseller. Just wait, and I bet you'll find one online from a
I
retailer for a
definitely could
reasonable price come next season.
I could definitely see them redo the, Snowman and Santa one.
Yeah, re-release it.
Which one?
Yeah,
Santa and
re-release
Snowman.
it.
Oh, the globe. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's such a basic one just to remake.
Oh yeah, Michael asked anyone think they're gonna bring back any of the 20-footer designs from at home. Yeah, they'll probably bring most of them back, and I was gonna say one of my predictions for this year is a 20-foot polar bear. I think that's something we're gonna get this year at home. A 20-foot
If
polar
it's a
bear.
good design, you may see it on my back porch.
I know if it's a good enough polar bear, I mean, I might snag it even if it's 20 foot.
Yeah, we haven't had a
Um,
polar bear in a long time. I mean, I got a
yeah,
10-foot one from Walmart from years ago. I think that's all. We
those
don't
are
see
probably
any good
those
polar
and the
bears.
original. I think the original 8-foot ones and the Walmart ones are probably the best ones that they've made.
The 10-foot ones are Walmart
Um,
like 2015
they haven't
models.
made a. If, they've never made a. They haven't made a good polar bear design in years at this point,
We really don't get
and
polar bears
Even the one from
anymore.
we
Home
don't get
Depot this
polar
year, I
bear
didn't
in
like.
general. But most of the time now, if they are, they're small, cheap fans.
Yeah, and they put it with a scene. It's not an individual polar bear.
Yeah,
Correct.
which is sad.
Hmm.
But I think 20-foot polar bear is something we could see. I almost feel like maybe not an inflatable, but I feel like they're probably going to do, or they should at least do something, I feel like, with the Billy Bass because it's the 25th anniversary this year. So we got an
Yeah,
inflatable in
I
2015
would
for the
laugh if they
15th
did it.
year.
Though. I feel like they're not going to do it. Same thing with their crappy thing
Probably
with
not.
not doing a lot of good stuff this year besides releasing Sam. But
Yeah,
that
that was
would
so
have been
dumb.
released yes
So
last
many.
year, but that would have been released 2 years ago. But they wanted to wait for the '60s, so it's like okay.
Yeah, we had what this year? The 75th anniversary for Peanuts, 25th anniversary for SpongeBob, and then what was the other thing? 60th anniversary for Rudolph, and we got like nothing for
75
SpongeBob,
years
a
for
couple things
Peanuts.
for Rudolph, and really nothing for Peanuts.
75 years of Peanuts, and they get the Shaft.
I know we got some. I think we got the worst Peanuts designs this year, to be honest. Besides the pumpkin, like this year was terrible.
Stages are alright.
The pageant one, the long, huge one for
Oh, the stage.
well,
That's probably what
the
they
stage
did.
was. I don't think it necessarily was the best thing they've ever produced. I don't think it's bad by any means, but I wish there were just more.
If it was a light show, that would have
Yeah.
made up for everything.
If it was a light show, I mean, hell, that would be probably one. That would have been great.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I really liked it when we first saw it leak, and I still like it, but I don't like it as much. I feel like after I took a look at it for a while, I was like, it's cool, but
Mhm.
it's not $230 cool in my opinion, or $270 I should say, because that was actually the original price.
Yeah, unfortunate, but
Yeah.
what do you do?
Hope they bring back the Mr. and Miss Claus, but maybe a slight redesign. Still waiting for them to release this Heat/Snow Miser. Yeah, I was thinking if that was ever a thing, I feel like Tis Your Season would be the company that would get a Heat and Snow Miser. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited for whatever they'll get this year. They seem to be the one company that really gets us stuff we want.
We'll keep bugging Mark.
I know.
What are you getting this year? What are you getting this year?
Hey, how about you just tell us one, like give us a hint.
Yeah, give us a hint. But yeah.
Hopefully this year is just as good, if not better than 2024.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have any final thoughts or predictions?
I think we've said everything we could.
I think we've
Yeah, we
covered it
covered
pretty
all the
good.
bases with what we have now. I
What
guess
about
the only
Beavis and
mystery that,
Butthead?
seems intriguing is who's gonna get the teeter-totters.
I know. Only time will tell.
So someone said Beavis and Butthead. That actually would be really good. I could actually see them doing that.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
That'd be really funny. Christmas,
I would love
I
modern
actually would buy
Simpsons
that. That's
ones.
funny.
What'd you say, Rex?
I love modern Simpsons ones.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that to come back. I'm really surprised they haven't really done much. I saw on Marketplace a while ago a prototype Homer coming out of the chimney with Bart, but I don't know when that would have been made. It just obviously never got picked out, but it was a newer version of the 2014 one, so I feel like they've been trying to get it back, but I don't know. Maybe there's just an issue with licensing or something, but I do
There's
hope
always
we get
issues
I
more.
don't
with
think licensing would be the issue because Disney bought out Fox, 20th Century Fox, so Disney owns it, and almost every
True.
license that Jimmy has ties back to Disney.
Yeah, I really hope we get some in the
Mhm.
future, though.
I just don't. I don't think it's popular for modern audiences anymore. I mean, they'd been dwindling in viewership like crazy. So I
Yeah.
know there were like some rumors of them making another movie. So once they might make another movie, then we might
Ooh.
see something come out.
That'd be
I just hope
great.
they make good.
I know. I hope it's not like a terrible look.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely like that, though, for sure.
Definitely.
Garfield was
Well,
kind of a
Airblown Man didn't make it. What a shame.
yeah.
I
I kinda
told
had a
you can't
feeling.
trust him.
It's all right. We still had a good stream.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we can do
Yep.
more streams like this often, where maybe it's just covering leaks or just doing things with the audience, like a Kahoot or something. We can probably brainstorm ideas. We've kind of already talked about stuff. Like
Yeah.
Right.
an inflatable design competition. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of funny.
Or just one where we look at eBay listings. What's the stupidest listing we can find?
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
$1,200 for this Mrs. Claus and Santa couple, the 20-foot one.
Hmm.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to say.
I think that's all I got to say too.
Yeah. Well, hope you
Yep.
guys enjoyed this stream. Thanks for everyone that did tune in and chatted and enjoyed it. Of course, go check out, Rex, Rocky, and Deflated. I'll put their channel links in the description of the stream, so make sure to go check them out.
And if you're watching this in the future, leave in the comments how right or wrong we were with these predictions. It'd be quite
Yeah.
funny to come back to this a
Mhm.
year
This would be
later.
really cool to come back to now that you say that. That would actually be awesome.
Yeah, that actually would be.
It'd be so funny if we get like everything correct.
That would be great.
But yeah, I'm glad you. Thank you guys, everyone, for tuning in, and we will see you guys hopefully soon for maybe another stream. And yeah, thank you for watching.